Things are heating up with Gino and Jasmine. Now, Gino came out to make the statement that has been reported here by 90 Day Fiancé News, where it says, Gino to Jasmine, she lost her teaching job in Panama because of a personality conflict with her boss. Open brackets, which I heard her tell me about multiple times, close bracket. Not because of leaked photos as she states. I went to the school with her the day she was laid off, so I just wanted to clear the air on that topic. This is what Gino has come out to say, all right? Jasmine has come out to respond, as you can see now above, where she says, imagine someone committing a crime, open bracket, revenge porn, close bracket. You forgiving them as a dummy, and then they victim blaming me, you, and creating a false narrative to look better. So Jasmine comes in and responds. But here's the thing though, within literally minutes of her posting this, Gino comes in and look at what we should go over here. Gino comes in and now he has a response where he says, Jasmine claims she lost her teaching job in Panama because of leaked photos that my ex sent supposedly to her school. How would my ex even know what school she worked at in Panama? It's a fair question, unless Gino told her, of course. But then again, at the same time, if she knew Jasmine's full name, maybe she could have looked it up and found it. I mean, the internet is a very, very dark, horrible place. Anyway, we continue. Gino continues here by saying, also, she lost her job before the show even aired. Now that is interesting. I was with her when we went to the school and she was laid off. She never mentioned anything about leaked photos that day as the reason she lost her job. It's because the real reason was because she lost her job due to personality conflict with her boss, which she told me multiple times about. Also, it was likely combined with the fact she had an OnlyFans account while in Panama as well. Ooh, well, I mean, listen, everybody is known, or people should know, or if you don't know, you're now going to know that a lot of teachers who decided to go to the OF ended up losing the job once the school knew about them being on the OF. So given that this information is true, you know, based on what Gino's saying, if they did find photos of her, it was probably maybe one of the dads, one of the students, yuck, you know, or maybe even one of her even co-workers, to be honest with you. It could have been anyone that therefore actually would have potentially leaked photos to the school or allowed the school to, or notify the school about this account if the OnlyFans is the reason why she lost the job among the personal conflict as well. But that definitely does make things interesting. And also she had lost the job before the show even started, which is fine, because obviously when I remember in the first season at the time, because obviously when the season started, she finds out that he gave photos to his ex, and then they have a whole argument. Oh shit. Oh yeah. Okay. I see where he's going with this one. Okay. Continues by saying, but personality conflict with her boss was very likely main reason. I wanted to set the record straight. I'm able to talk about now. Jasmine continues to lie and try to make me look bad. This has been going on for years. How many times do I have to repeat this? Maybe I'll say it in a different way. Obviously, Gino doesn't come with my video because maybe he would have sunk in his head by now. But if he ever does, I'm going to say this very, very, very clear and even more direct than ever before. Nobody cares about what Gino, about what has happened between you and Jasmine for years, because you have decided to stay with her for years, so much that you even brought her to the States after all these years of this madness. You married her, you continue to still marry her, you continue to still pay her rent at the place that she stayed in Panama in the first place, and you continue to even process to bring her to America, okay? So really and truly, Gino, no one should feel sorry for you if honestly, this is some petty stuff. Now listen, I'm trying to remind people of something real quick, because now let's just bear this in mind though. Jasmine has been, no, Gino, well, there's been a narrative where, you know, it's been Jasmine that's been accused of infidelity, you know, regarding her relationship with Gino. Well, let's just say that things are about to get a whole lot more spicy regarding infidelity when it comes to these two. But nonetheless though, let me know your thoughts. Who do you believe is telling the truth? And who do you believe is telling the lie? I will say this though, even if Gino is telling the truth, it doesn't change the fact that he's still actively decided to stay in this relationship with Jasmine. That is all on him. Gino staying in this relationship with Jasmine and bringing her all the way to the States, knowing this ridiculous behavior, you know, is exactly the same as the Angelo Michael situation. You see what I'm saying? Okay, where, you know, he stayed with her because, you know, despite all the boost she gave him, and she still stayed with him, you know, to bring him to the States. Like, sometimes in relationships, you know, both people in the relationship are both wrong. It's just that simple. Sometimes there is somebody that is right, or more right than the other person, right? But sometimes they're both just as wrong as each other. So, yeah, those two couples parallel to each other, if you ask me personally, with just slight difference in context to a certain degree, but everything else is exactly the same. Absolutely pathetic and childish. And these are human beings that are all over the age of 30. Let's put it out there. In fact, I'm pretty sure they're all over the age of 35, to be fair with you, right? Like, embarrassing. I mean, 2 of them are already in their 50s, and 2 of them are still in their 30s, maybe 40s now. Can you believe this type? Come on. You know, usually they say that if you date up so you can be around someone that's mature. Clearly that doesn't work in this situation. And sometimes they say if you date down because you can be with someone that maybe, you know, that can want to adapt more to you, but you're the knowledgeable person. But listen, it depends, doesn't it? But either way though, whatever the stereotypes are of age gap relations, whatever, with these 2 couples, yeah, it's just a whole different ball game. It's just immaturity across the board. Yeah. Thank you so much for your time. Peace.